So hello everyone. This is
There,
episode 3 of
great,
Daytime Rock.
great.
Yeah,
How about that? Here we go.
we've got it. Well, we've made it. We've made it big time.
We're doing it,
Cheers,
dude.
cheers to that, rate.
Hey, you know, it's about time. See, whoever does catch this, Day and I have been talking about doing daytime rock forever, and we just could never figure out, how, to go live or any of that stuff. So we found a shortcut via Skype and just record. So, ha.
Yeah,
How's
we
your day
went
going,
we
bro?
went from hating Skype to loving Skype real quick.
Pretty much, yeah. And it's because I knock on Skype all the time because it is glitchy as could be. But you know what? I think somebody above's looking out for us because so far it's been flawless. The picture quality, anyway. As far as the show,
Now,
well, that's
now you've
for
said
you
that
guys.
I'm doing the robot. It's like now you've said that I'm glitching.
Right? Hey, speaking of, cheers, brother.
Yep. Cheers.
Now, it's 1 o'clock where I am, but I'm an adult, so whatever. It's 5 o'clock
Yep.
somewhere. Allowed to have a
Yep.
beer.
Well,
Last time
it's 6 o'clock here. It's 6 o'clock here, and you're with me. So
fair enough. There you go.
yeah.
6 o'clock
And
here.
like I was just saying to you before we started recording, is I was meant to be on 1 day a week, and it's like for some reason as soon as I get onto Skype, I need to decide to put a beer in my hand. And
Right.
I look like some sort of alcoholic, but
Hey,
I don't get drunk. I don't get drunk. I don't go reckless, and I'm not a dickhead. I don't think. I hope,
yeah, no,
but
you're not. I can testify to that. I'm telling you, man. Usually with alcohol, people go one way or the other, or both. They're violent 1 second, then they start with the hugging and shit. I think I might have that was a line from a song. Never mind. I just lost my whole train of thought. Oh, point was, you know how it goes. Some people get extremely violent, or some people start crying. Some people are lovable, but I just like goofing around when I was drinking, like on a daily basis, probably way too much. I never really got into liquor too much, but, I was kicking maybe a case an evening,
yeah,
and then attempting to get up and go to work, which ain't good when you're running your own business or trying to. But
yeah.
Pop has
It catches
a
up.
funny way of straightening. Well, he knows me better than anybody and just checks that shit real quick. But again, we're going back, 15 plus years ago. Nowadays, it's just nice to, have a beer once in a while and enjoy it. And I'll tell you what, I'm not really Bud Light tastes really good. It's cold, very cold. What are you
All right,
drinking?
today I'm on the Bavaria, so it's
Oh,
basically cheap ass beer, and
my, my
it
little,
tastes okay.
hey, my little brother's coming up this coming Labor Day weekend. Labor Day, September 1st or 2nd, one of them. But anyway, he he's real big on the IPAs. You know what I mean? He gets 4 packs of crazy beer.
Yeah. Nope, you froze up a little. And Ray's gone. Yet another show. I'm left on my own. Good times. Oh my god. Oh, he's back. I was just starting to cry there, Ray, because I was all on my own again.
This is exactly why I should not be doing this on a cell phone. Because if I get a phone call, apparently it just pauses, and it was Pop. He just called me. He said he wants to go for a walk, stretch his legs. So I'll do that in a little bit. Anyway, where were we at?
I have no idea.
I was telling you, my brother, my sister-in-law, and two nieces are coming up this coming weekend, and he gets they're 4 packs of. He always brings up something new, but he always has me taste them. And for the most part, they're not too bad, but some of them are. Yeah, I don't even know how that qualifies as a beer or a lager or whatever they are, but it's. But again, I really just recently started having beer here and there, and I don't know. Once upon a time,
It beats a whole load of drugs, doesn't it?
every day of the week, man. I that I do not miss, man, by any means. I know your deal was with coke. Mine was with painkillers, and inadvertent. They were necessary. Technically, they still are, but I could do without. I'm in pain either way, so why be addicted to something when you're still going to be in pain anyway? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But one of these days, I'm going to get this bad boy fixed.
Yeah.
I mean, shoot, 8 surgeries and I'm still dealing with this? You kidding me? Anyway, moving on.
Moving on to a better doctor.
Yeah, let's do that. Dude, this weather swing is insane. Like this morning I came out looking like an Eskimo. It was 48 degrees up here in the Pennsylvania Poconos, and right now it's beautiful out. Sun's out, and it's about 65 degrees. Nice breeze and everything. Hence, gloves are back. But yeah, no, this that type of day where you just want to hit pause. Obviously, I know we need rain and all that shit. You know what? I'm gonna just shut up.
I can hear the birds, and it's real nice. It just, like I say,
serene.
like when I come and see you, it's almost like it's another home already because you've got what like kind of I've got. So
Exactly.
it's real nice. But what's not real nice is the fact that I'm about to go and smoke a cigarette. Yes, I'm a dickhead. Yes, I'm a fool.
You're talking to me about smoking? Oh man.
It's like literally the hardest one to quit. The amount of things that I've quit and then
Took the words out of my mouth. I've quit everything under my own power. Cigarettes. It's not. I've half-assed tried, and I stopped saying I wish I could stop smoking. I like smoking, and I think that's a problem. I once upon a time, we tried everything, Heather and I. We did acupuncture, we did hypnotism, all kinds of stuff to attempt to stop smoking, which none of them by any. And I'm disappointed in myself because I know I have the willpower to stop. I just deep down inside, if I'm being honest with myself, I just don't want to, and I don't really know why, but it's killing me. I mean, I guess, like I said, I can't run, but riding like I do, at least 4 times, 5 times a week. I take a bike ride for about 3 miles. And you want to talk about winded? Holy smokes! But not too far down, right down the street from me, is what's called the Pipeline. And it's crazy to think that this thing, and it's all off road, but it goes all the way down to Texas, and it runs up to, I believe it stops in New York, and it kind of branches out. It goes over to Indiana, if you could picture the states. Like I'm way over on the East Coast, and Texas is dead, like central, southern Central America. And this thing somehow runs all the way down there, which
that's some trail.
It really is. It's unbelievable, and it's funny because it was on the news I think last week, and they actually showed how the trail runs. I wish I could bring it up or show it, but it's just insane to think that, like right down the street from me, about a quarter mile, half mile, something like that, is part of it, and it's almost the beginning of it. And it's what was it? I just seen on the news. Oh, this is why it got brought up in the news, because a part of it actually blew up. It's a gas line that runs, well, shit, from New York all the way down to Texas, and there's different. I mean, it's a gigantic gas line. It's literally a bomb waiting to go off. But somehow,
Yeah.
I want to say, no, maybe not. Whatever state it went off in, I mean, it blew a hole through the ground, and it was small. And what happened was the hole in the pipe, it just shot a stream of fire straight up in the air, and somehow they got to it. Like after the original explosion, like it blew the earth up, and then it was just a stream that went. I think they said somehow like 120 feet up in the air of a straight. If you can, like a size of a dime, an American dime was
Yep.
the hole in the pipe, and it just, that fire shot straight up in the air, and I'm thinking, how the hell do you stop that? And I just watched it too, and I still couldn't tell you how they ended up putting it out. You can't put it out with water.
Some dude just went and stuck his finger in the hole.
Hey, go put your finger on that.
Yeah.
That would be my dumb ass. I'll do it. All right, put a Band-Aid on it. It's all good. Cover it back up. Oh, man.
It's just the way we think.
Pretty much. You gotta love it.
Yeah. Well, someone has to. Someone has to.
Rather more people should, but we'll get there. It's funny. You ever just sit and think, like, if everybody just got along, you know what I mean? There's no animosity, no drama, no, people were just nice to each other, Like around here, it's like if you're just sitting out, like people are constantly walking their dogs back and forth, everybody waves, it's just so peaceful and serene, But then, you hear on the news, shootings and all this stuff, like, I think in my head, like, it's so senseless, but then the other part of me, maybe the rational side, like, maybe we need it in a way. I mean, that sounds kind of messed up, but...
No, I get exactly what you're saying. It's like, it's balance, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. And
the ever elusive balance.
Exactly, so it's kind of a weird topic, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, there's plenty of people like you and I that are just happy-go-lucky, just born, have it in you to be positive, and then, there's people that are the complete opposite side of that coin, and then there's a whole gray area, which is where I try to live, I don't like seeing things black and white. I already do anyway. But metaphorically, Molly, you can, if anybody understand where I'm coming from, that flexibility of, I don't know. I can be a dickhead. I just choose not to be. I don't want to be. There's no reason for it, but
yeah,
it's just not me. I don't have it in me, and I don't know. You get that feeling in your heart, like that was unnecessary. I'm not perfect by no means. I have my days, of course. I know you do too, but I can,
Yeah, it's you just gotta kind of ride past the bad stuff, don't you? And I'm getting told what to do again. Hang on. Yeah, you just gotta ride past the bad stuff, don't you? And it's especially like, like with people like me and you, it's like sometimes it may be a bad thing because we kind of overlook it, and
yeah.
But we don't shut it out, It's like, it's not like we think it's not happening. It's just that we choose to think about the better things rather than.
Exactly, it's not a naive thing. It's just the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like,
I mean,
those times, I call it slipping, when I do go the other way, you know what I mean? Like, I quickly check myself, and if it's towards somebody else, I'm quick to apologize, immediately. Like, if I said something I know just wasn't right or something along them lines, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
And
so many people like think it's a bad thing to apologize. Like they won't accept when they're being wrong or whatever.
I
And
don't get that, It's
uh,
like,
it baffles me too. It's like, you've upset someone, whether it was intentional or not. You've upset someone. It's hurt the feelings. Apologize for
exactly.
it.
How hard is that? And not only apologize, but mean it, Like, I
Yeah,
just don't
yeah,
see how hard
exactly.
that is. I mean, it's always a give. Like, for a great example is, like Brian's prayer this morning. Like it's talking about being stubborn and shit like that. But in any relationship, I believe it's a 50-50, give and take. Like, is that my little princess?
It is. It is. Hang on.
There she is. Hey, sweetheart.
Hello.
There she is.
You gonna wave?
Oh,
Oh.
you're so adorable.
She's not. She's
Oh
not.
man. Yes, she is. I just found
she
out
might.
my
She might look it.
oh man. Now, is she what is she? Just over a year?
A year and a half.
Year and a half. Wow.
Yeah.
My
Just over a
my
year and a half.
Stella, she just turned 1 in July.
That went real quick.
Yeah, it
It's
did.
like
I'm looking for.
the picture with Sean holding her on the hospital bed. It's
Oh
like
man,
that. It seemed like yesterday.
it does, doesn't it? It's
It
insane.
really
Like
does.
they grow up so fast. I get what they mean by you don't want to miss that because that time just already. Now she went last time I seen her. She was we call it surfing. She could walk, but she's always holding on to something.
Yeah.
So since the last time I seen her, she was surfing. Now she's pretty much running on her own power at 1 and talking. So I'm really
Yeah.
looking forward to seeing.
This one needs to talk a little more. She'll say mum and dad and Heidi, but
You might want to take that back because she's gonna start talking and never gonna stop.
she's a lot like Finley in a way because like because obviously we know her so well. As soon as she makes an expression or does a certain thing, we know what she wants. So like rather, it's a bit difficult. Like you try to encourage her to speak, but then you don't get her to ask for the things she wants. Like we know.
Hmm.
So it's tough. I mean, like she can have a whole conversation with you out of uh, uh, and we know what she's saying. It's
Right?
like
That's at least see that's knowing your kid. Bottom line, that's good parenting. Being a present mother or father, which you are, and kudos to that, man. That's still to me the hardest job in the world, and I have not obviously I don't have that blessing of children, fortunately, but that's all good. I kind of made my peace with it,
mhm.
and well, like I said, I do have 2 nieces. Actually, technically, I have 3 nieces and a nephew. If you really want to
Yeah,
get right down to it,
yeah, you really do.
oh man, I can't wait to see them in person.
And you know what? Like obviously, Elora doesn't know you quite as well as Finley, but like
Yeah,
Finley mentions you on the regular. It's like, are you talking to Ray
he,
today, Dad?
he's my buddy, man. I love that kid so much. He's like a mini you. He's just so happy-go-lucky always, Like, I don't know, there's something about a child smiling, just that warm fuzzy tingling.
Yeah, that's well,
Yeah, that's how
it's
we
my
roll.
my purpose for existence. It's like I never ever thought that like that would be the the case. You know, like it's strange. Like you know, you're gonna love your kids or whatever, but like when they come out, it's like there's something just way deep down inside you that like changes.
It's well, you would know better than anyone. And that's it. You're just so good with them, you know. I love that, you know, because I see way too many times children just neglected, by both parents, you know what I mean, or raised by somebody else, or just pushed off, like, or watch these kids or whatever, it's good, you know. Like I was fortunate enough, like both my parents were, always there for me, and it does make a whole world of difference, apparently, like as we grow older, and start our own lives.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
but
I mean,
still,
like,
I mean,
on.
I think a moral gauge is just built into us. I mean, I guess if you don't know what's right or wrong, then obviously, well, there's places for that type of person. But general population, and some just don't care, they live to be assholes, and I just don't see, like, wake up in the morning like, oh, who could I bother today, you know what I mean? And people like literally do that. I just don't get that train of thought, like why
Yeah,
do you live to make other people's lives a living hell, or why do you, there's no need for it,
yeah.
but they do
I
it
mean,
anyway.
like, we all have our likes and dislikes. You know, it's like, but to wake up in the morning and think like, who am I going to hurt today with my dislikes? Is like,
Yeah,
I think you sometimes got to think like, did they realize that that's who they are and that's what they're doing? But and it hurts to think that actually, yeah, they do, and they choose to do that.
um, right on the same page with it, like they live for it, they get off on it, and I don't, usually it's relatively easy to put yourself in someone else's shoes, you know what I mean, understand their situation, especially when you know them well, but to do that, like we are just talking about, to wake up just to cause problems for other people. I don't know how you sleep. I mean, I would not be able to sleep at night. I sleep like a baby, not for too long, but when I do finally put my head down, I could look myself in the mirror and know that I'm. I always try to do the right thing. I know you do. Again, I'm not even close to perfect, but I do. It's not hard for me to say sorry when I'm wrong. Or the vice of that is an accept an apology. Some people won't even accept an apology. No, you're out of
Yeah,
my life. That's it. Some people don't even
yeah.
do second or third chances. It's just, you, whatever, I don't like this, get out of my life. Like I couldn't do that either.
Hmm.
But again, I get back around to, I guess it takes all types, I mean, there's what, 7 billion people on this little blue marble?
Yeah.
That's a lot of
That
personality.
I think that yeah,
Jeez.
that's the difficult thing, isn't it? It's like there's so many people, and everyone, although we're all the same, they're all different. You know, it's like so. Yeah, like it's nice to be accepted of people, but when people are just through and through malicious or nasty, like
Perfect word.
I don't really want to accept them type of people into my life at all.
And thankfully, we don't have to. And I mean, ultimately, let's just take Twitter and social media for an example. Like there's so many people, and there's no need to name names, but there are them people that just live to do that, or, just post odd things. It's like, why would you share that? You know what I mean? Like, it baffles me sometimes, like,
Yeah, like what is their thought process at that very
yeah,
moment?
thank you. That's exactly where I'm coming from. Like, what were you thinking? What's going through your head to even do that?
Yeah,
Not my problem. Like my point is, we have, we could choose who we want to associate, who we don't. You don't have to hate that person by any means. I don't think I hate a soul on this earth. honestly. There's people I dislike, sure, but it's not like I go out of my way to make sure they know that, you know. I
Yeah.
just simply don't associate, you know. It's really that simple, you know.
Yeah, it's all down to choice.
Exactly.
It is for them as well. You know, like it's all down to choice, and it's unfortunately there's people that choose to do bad shit, and
To put in a nice way.
yeah,
Uh, so
we're
this is
getting real deep again. This is episode 3 now. We're
yeah, I
getting
know.
deep again.
So I can't help it. You know what? I can change the subject real quick. This weekend, a Pocono Raceway. You know where the Indy cars, NASCAR, and all that. It's
Yep.
2 miles up the road, and this weekend they have an air show. And there's all kinds of planes flying over. While on account of this headset, it's really, I have music blasting right behind me. And I don't think you hear too much of that. But my point is, up in the sky here, there's planes flipping, doing air, like all acrobatic stuff, you know, like them head-on collisions, and they turn past each other. It's really cool, man. And it's cool to have that, you know, right in your backyard, you know.
Yeah.
And the races
And
do have.
you can go on the track though, can't you? You are able to take
Oh yeah,
take
you
your
know
time.
what they do that's really cool? Car washes, and they don't dry your car. What they do is they let you whip your car around the track and dry it. You know, you can go as fast, slow as you want to, but oh man, they do that 5 times a year, and I never miss it, dude, because the Pocono Raceway has the longest straightaway in this country. You know, I forget how long it actually is, but you know, I think the best I did was I think I got up to 180. The problem is when you're going that fast and you hit turn one, they call it the tricky triangle. Instead of, you know, most tracks are essentially an oval type deal.
Yep.
Well, this has 3 distinctive turns, you know. So when you're doing a buck 80 down a straightaway and that turn comes up quickly, you want to woe it up real quick, you know, depending on what you're driving. I mean, if you got a Jaguar or whatever, and you could probably just whip that, you know, without flipping it. But I did it in my truck, and it actually went up on 2 wheels. I'm like, but that's an adrenaline junkie in me. I love that shit, you know. And if flipped, oh well, fuck it, you know. Because you do sign a waiver, you know, before you get your car. It's the only place in the world you got to sign a waiver to get a car wash.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's
like
a hell of
I mean, like I've been on 2 wheels once before, but it wasn't anything as fun as that. So it was more of a case, more of a case of we
you
were
got to
going
know
round
it.
we were going round a
Got it.
roundabout, round a roundabout, when a post delivery truck pulled out on the roundabout. So
Okay.
I had to flip. Well, basically, I flew around the roundabout, and on the basically the incline of the roundabout, I had to bounce up onto that, but I kept going forward. So
Oh,
as I came off the incline, I'm on 2 wheels just to avoid this truck. And
were you by yourself?
no, no, Charlotte was in the car. Yeah, Charlotte was in the car at the time.
Okay.
So and I was on 2 wheels, and I'm driving down the road for an extra like 100 meters or something like that on two
Oh
wheels.
my
And I'm saying to Charlotte, just rock. We need to get
God.
back
Just
down. It's like
yes.
I wish
You
I
gotta.
wish I wish I had one of them, like a dashboard cam or something like
Oh,
that.
man.
It's
I
like
just actually.
the old me would have like just came to a stop and dragged
Ramped
the
it up.
guy out of dragged the guy out of his van and beat the shit out of him. But it was just no, it was just fun. It was actually fun.
Oh man, that was great.
Yeah, so we were literally it was like it was almost like slow motion as well. We were like
Yeah, I
we were
remember
in we
that.
were in the car on 2 wheels and we're both doing this. We looked like Night at the Roxbury.
Oh my God.
That's so, like,
Let me get it back.
just,
All right, we're good.
yeah.
Back on all four. Let's do it again.
Yeah, let's go again.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, the worst was an actual accident. Driving in Philly, there's a tunnel that you go under, and there's kind of a wicked curve, and the divider. The way the divider is. There's like a small incline, and then there's the 3 foot divider. Well, this woman not even paying attention, and traffic moves fast there. You're doing about 65, 70 around the way this turn goes. Well, she's just lottie dicking around and just, the way she turned in front of me, you know what I mean? Say traffic's moving at like 65. Well, she's doing about 40. So when she turned, the way I had to slow up, well, the front tire of my truck hit that divider and went right up into the air. All 4 tires lifted. Now, this was probably the scariest thing that ever happened to me because all I'm looking at is the sky. So I have no idea where my truck's at, you know what I mean? I don't know if I'm going to fall on the hood, the side, and my guy that was working for me at the time was sitting in shotgun. And I felt falling asleep.
Sorry, excuse Charlotte, vacuuming. Sorry. So the Hang on.
The truck goes up in the air. The left driver's side tire, front tire, I shredded. Like I found this out later, but somehow through the grace of God, when I came back down, it came back down on all 4. Well, I ended up on all 4 wheels. Front left tire was shredded, but I didn't know if I was going into oncoming traffic, falling on another car, going to cause a pileup. But somehow, like I said, you want to talk about having angels. Nothing happened. I had to get my front tire replaced, and the front bumper got a little scratched, but that was it. What is this? Can you buy me a vehicle so I have something to drive? Someone likes a truck. Long story. I'll tell you later. Pop just texted me.
I was just thinking there. Hang on. Now, are we live? Is like we're talking and someone starts, yeah, just buy me a truck. I want to go on 2 wheels.
I gotta use a tablet next time we do this. On a cell phone is not a smart idea.
I'm always on a phone.
You and me both. Well,
yeah, this is what I've got.
Not quite in the way I'd like to be, but it's very hard to explain my particular situation right now. Like, blessed, yes, but like I can't. Like yesterday, I was telling you I had to go to Philly, go to a doctor's appointment. But Pop was here to look after Pop, you know what I mean? And it took me about an hour just to explain something to him. Well, it's simple to me because I do it every day, a few times a day at least, But still, in the back of my head, driving, all the way down there from here, that's 5 hours of driving, not to mention do what I got to do and get back. But, well, everything somehow turned out okay, and it was nice to, go back down. See my mama. Mama Rock.
Mama Rock. Oh, Mama Rock me.
Yeah. I wish she'd come up more. She never comes up here.
I wish she'd come see me.
Yeah, that she would do in a heartbeat. Biggest problem for us, for either of us, would be, I don't know how long that particular plane ride is, but, dude, I don't know. I'd have to have like 6 nicotine patches on me.
Yeah, it's like 9 hours.
Oh, that's not terrible. Shoot, I think it's 6 just to go to California from here.
All right. Oh, it just goes to show how big your country is. It's like our country is like a tiny little speck.
It's weird. Like, just to look at it, I guess it kind of is.
Oh, it is big.
What's that?
What do you think?
Oh, wow.
Let me see. You got new carpet?
No, Laura is just making mess. We literally stepped out the room for a second, and this is what we get.
You get a Jackson Pollock. Oh, beautiful. Nice.
Yeah.
Thank God for carpet cleaner.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm that carpet cleaner.
All right.
Wow.
Let me see if I can do this.
I don't even know how she's got into that. She looks like she's been playing like with plaster, doing a bit of drywalling.
Oh, sweet. Self-sufficient, huh?
Yeah. Wow. Dad life.
Dad life.
Yep. This is like I have this stuff in my hand more than I have a beer. So it's like a brush.
That's probably a good thing. 'Cause if you got a beer in your hand more than anything else, you might.
And now I've got the dog licking up the. Hey. Heidi. This is getting crazy. The dog's licking up. Yeah, the dog's licking up the cream that Elaura's got all over. So now I'll probably have a sick dog too.
So I just found a song I haven't heard in forever. Did you ever hear Natural Born Killers, Ice Cube featuring Dre?
I think so. Possibly.
Hold on, I'll play it here. Let me see if I can. You hear it?
Yeah. I think so.
This is way back in the day after NWA broke up.
So
Maybe not. I could be wrong. Anyway.
So if this is going on YouTube, does that mean copyright for us now?
Nope. That's why I did a quick clip. I think. It's just been playing in the background the whole time. That's why I wanted to make sure it wasn't audible on your end.
No. It's
Such a sick song.
What's the deal with that? It's like we can't do a podcast and listen to music at the same time because someone's going to sue us for playing their song. It's like, hang on, don't you make a song just so that people can listen to it?
Hey, they got to make money somehow. You know, I kind of feel bad for artists now. Just for example, like Slipknot just released a new album a couple weeks ago, right?
Yep.
Now I pay for YouTube Red and Amazon Music Unlimited, right? So
yeah.
You don't have to buy the album. You know, it's just boom, it's there. So I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, how are they making any money off of that? You know what I mean? Like that. Like before all digital kicked in, you know what I mean? When we went and bought CDs, if you chose to.
Yeah.
Like a brand new CD, was about $20, let's say, for argument's sake, Record label gets X amount, the artist get X amount, everybody made money. Now with digital, when you're paying for these services, like I'll go buy, like if it's a band like I love, like when Metallica released Hardwired to Self-Destruct, I went out and bought it out of respect for the band. Slipknot bought their album out of respect, or whoever I like. I mean, I'm cherry picking, that's what I like, but I feel bad for music artists that are putting out music and they're taking a huge hit. Maybe that's why they tour so much more these days, because that's got to be, other than merchandise, their biggest income. Because they ain't making shit off of releasing an album unless people are doing, like I said, what I'm doing, just buying it just to support the band.
Yeah, so I'm guessing, obviously, like the likes of Amazon and that pay to be able to release that, but like how much of that goes to their managers or their agents or whatever it is?
I've just seen an interview with Corey Taylor, Slipknot's singer, and he was saying it. I mean, they get basically nothing, and in that particular situation, there's 9 people you got to divide that money up with,
Yeah,
and it's not much.
Yeah, but
they're not.
But when they say nothing, I'm pretty sure that their nothing is a lot different to our nothing.
Oh, 100%. But still, I mean, they took a huge hit with that. Like I said, when you're getting, you know, 20 bucks, like if you sell 2 million copies at 20 bucks a pop versus boom, here's your little chunk of money for a digital, you know, it's a significant difference. It was cool. He went into detail and explained that because I always thought about that, you know, and then boom, there he was talking about it, you know. So there's like a handful of bands he was talking about. Metallica is one of them that own the rights to everything. So they don't have, you know, like a record label. They have their own, which is Blackened. I think
Yeah.
AC/DC does it. You know, they own the rights to everything.
You know, see, this
And
is the thing that there's so many people getting caught up with it, who owns the rights, and it's
yeah,
ridiculous. It's like, come on, the person who made the song should own the rights, surely. And it's like,
absolutely.
how many of these people have signed contracts, like
Well,
basically just passing their life away, all their talent and everything.
yeah. Check this. I don't know if you noticed or not. Yeah, you like Billy Joel?
Yeah, I don't mind Billy Joel.
Okay. Well, like him or whatever. He when his original contract that he made, he lost the rights to like his first 3 or 4 albums. They took all that away from him. Like all that music that he made is not even his. Like how, like you just said, you're an artist making music, and you don't have the rights to your own music or do whatever you want with it. Like that, you know, like he lost millions and millions of dollars. Like there's a point where okay, it's just greed, but I mean, if that is I mean, it is their job. You know what I mean? Like, of course, you know, like if you make it, okay, you earn the right to make that kind of money. You know, and not just music, but whatever you're doing. You know, like okay, yeah. I mean, people like you and I, you know, would probably never see that kind of money in our life. You know, but I do feel for him in a way. Like back in the day when Napster, you know, not to bring this one back up, but and of course not just Metallica, but Lars Ulrich specifically, the drummer, you know? Like, he went and ultimately, stopped Napster, which sucked because I can't tell you how much music I ripped back in the day, and I still have them on CD, just books and books, of like best of CDs, so to say, or just mixes. But, I mean, I get
Yeah.
it. You're literally you're stealing someone else's shit, you know what I mean? But I didn't feel terrible because I already had it, owned it on CD. It was just an easier way to, make mixes instead of uploading a CD. And I'm not sure where I'm going with this, but
I'm just thinking it's better. It's better us stealing it than some already multi-billionaire that owns the rights.
agreed. Agreed. No, that's just a crime right there. Like I said, I fell for Billy Joel when I found that out. I mean, given this was happened long, long, long time ago, But yeah, they took all, he somehow owed money on music that he made. And that was just like, how's that even happen? Like I don't know. Like I said, it just, even being a musician, I never got that close. Like we released one CD, and it wasn't, like it wasn't under a record label or anything like that. Like we just went in the studio, recorded a CD. It cost X amount to make it. Done deal. We had X amount of copies made, and done deal. Like there was no money to be made off of it. They were just handed out. We weren't.
Yeah.
It's extremely hard to bust into a business like that. Now these days, it just seems like anybody can make music and just put it out there, and it is technically called music, but there's just no talent, no effort into it.
Yeah, it's like just like movies, and like every new song or every new movie is a rip-off of another song or movie. It's
Get me started on that shit. It just seems like originality just got thrown out the window completely.
yeah, sure as.
Oh man, I really would. I should get some of this on camera. That's incredible. These planes are just doing flips, and looks like some of them look like they're crop dusting or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Just flying by and all this, not skyscrapers so much, you know what I mean? But they're just, and it's spelling out words somehow. is incredible.
Say,
Yeah,
hey, Ray, we're over here.
what happened?
That's
Oh,
what- that's
jeez. Took me a second. I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer. I think you already know that.
No, we play
shit.
with them.
I want to fly one, man. Or at least be in a passenger seat. That looks so much fun, man. Cool.
Yeah. Give me 10 minutes. Oh, I've just literally been scrubbing the carpet. Oh, man.
Sorry. Yeah, I do that other feeling. In a different way. What are you gonna do?
It's like, I need to set like some sort of rules or something, you know, like write them on the wall. Earphones in. Don't talk to me.
I guess you missed the memo, huh? Earphones in. Give me my space, please. No. Scrub the carpet.
No. I think she's just clutching at her own little bit of fame. That's what it is.
So that's not even, instead of photo bombing, she's video bombing.
Yeah. It's like every single show.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, let me show the world just how under my thumb you are.
Hey, dude, that ain't just you. That's pretty much a universal thing, I think.
Yeah. It's like we like to think we're the bosses and that, but no.
Oh, we like to
Women-
think that.
women
but we
are the
like,
boss.
well, that ain't even closer to the truth. What's the saying? Happy wife, happy life?
Yes, something like that. I guess. I think maybe one day. So here I go again. I'm on my hands and knees, scrubbing the carpet again.
I want to hear that. Go in some daughter's mouth, taking food. I'm a molehill, and I can make a mouth out of you. I can't rap. I'm going through a rap phase here.
Yeah, you know what? I do like my rap. Not so much the modern. Well, not so much the modern stuff that gets released over here, because it's just like some random dude talking, and it's like, well, I can do that, but
Right?
yeah, but like proper rap, real rap. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I think that ship kind of sailed. Like back in the day, they had it down, you know?
Yeah, but again, it's like people. I guess people are trying to be original, but like you can't beat the sounds and the lyrics that they would say. I guess without well, like back to wrestling. I guess it's like the attitude era. It's like as soon as anyone does anything that's remotely similar to the attitude era, people just say they're copying off the attitude era. Every single person in the world wants to see the attitude era back. But then as soon as someone does anything remotely related to it, it's like, oh, you're just copying.
I'll tell you what, one thing I do like that they brought, I love the fact that KO does a stunner. And when he stuns somebody, they get pinned instead of kicking out.
Yeah.
I like that bit of nostalgia. That I do like. I love that, actually.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin Owens, for me, he's such a talent, like such a real talent.
Yeah,
I mean,
he
he's funny. I mean, for me, he can do it all. And
he's
then
all around, yes, 100% agree. He's great on the mic. He's incredible in the ring. You know, he put a time. You know, like I mean, yeah, he doesn't look like what I would think Vince wants a wrestler to look like. Same with Bray Wyatt. You know what I mean? They're just not built that way. You know what I mean? Like Mick Foley, but it worked. You know what I mean? He wasn't a great technician wrestler, but it worked. You know. But KO is, you know, like he can have a quality 5-star match, you know what I mean, with his build, you know?
Yeah.
What's he like?
Yeah.
300? I don't know what he weighs, but I mean he does move. You know, like a Lesnar type. You know what I mean? For somebody that big to move that quick, you know. I mean, that's just God-given talent right there. You know.
Yeah, because like
I
for
mean,
me, he's got like a little of everything in him. He's got like
yes.
the badass Stone Cold type
Yep.
vibe. He's got the kind of like Mick Foley hardcore vibe. He's got the
Oh God, he
technical,
does.
like the technicality of like I don't know Kurt Angle or like Chris Benoit or someone like that. You know, it's
Yes.
just an all rounder,
You know
like a
what?
proper all rounder.
Speaking of Chris Benoit, that's just Chris and you know Bret Hart. Let's take those two for example. Probably the two best technical wrestlers ever to step into a ring. Did they
Yeah,
ever have a televised match together?
not that I know of.
That
No,
would I don't. I hope it happened or somewhere because that would just be an incredible thing to watch. You know, like Bret and Shawn did a great job. You know, but
yeah,
like, I guess, well, you know, I don't know how much charisma Brett really did have, but he was like, after, like, I was always, like, back in the day, you know, you were either a Hogan fan or an Ultimate Warrior fan. I was always a Warrior fan. And then time started ticking on, I was a Bret Hart fan, you know, once, like, the Hart Foundation broke up. And then that eased into like Stone Cold after he dropped the ringmaster gimmick and they had that epic, you know, WrestleMania match, you know, like, but even before that, I'm like, wow, this dude's awesome, you know what I mean? Like, just his attitude and everything, which ultimately spawned the Attitude Era. But, nah, and Stone Cold wasn't technically, you know, really a good technique. I mean, he was a great worker, don't get me wrong, but, you know, like, his move set was kind of limited, you know what I mean? Versus, you know, like a Bret Hart or, you know, a Chris Benoit or, you know, even Shawn Michaels, you know. But, well, Shawn kind of really, I mean, he would do high flying shit, you know. I don't know. Who do you think, in your opinion, best all around wrestler? All around.
ever.
Ever.
Oh,
I'm trying to think
like
myself.
the first name that pops to mind is Shawn Michaels. Because
Yeah,
like
yeah. It's
I
kind of
don't,
hard
I,
not to.
yeah, I mean like he had everything. He had the flair. He had
Yep.
a lot of technicality, and then he had the brawler style as well. And then the
Yeah,
fact that he was great on the mic, and basically every single thing he did just
yeah.
blew up. You know,
I
it's
gotta
like
agree. Yeah, you know what? I gotta agree with Sean that as far as all around goes, and when you're hitting every category, yeah, Shawn Michaels probably greatest ever.
yeah. See,
Oh,
like
for that matter,
Triple
Chris,
H as well. I mean, like obviously
yeah,
Triple
but
H was never a high flyer and that, but how much like I mean they call him the cerebral assassin,
cerebral
but like
assassin.
yeah, it's like how much of his actual like real life
Trip,
thinking and
have
like
you
deep
seen
thoughts went
one
into
Triple H
producing.
match? Yeah, yeah. No, if you've seen one of his matches, you've seen them all. It's kind of the same thing, you know. Like his best
Yeah,
match he had was with Taker at WrestleMania, either or, you know, and it still was, you know. Well, like they say, you know, it takes whoever else is in the ring with you to make the other look good. You know what I mean? And Taker made him look fantastic. You know, Shawn Michaels
but
made him when
well,
Shawn
like
Michaels came back.
yeah, well, I think with Triple H is his mind. Like that's what I say. The cerebral assassin. His mind was in the game. Like so,
Oh,
we
absolutely.
spoke before. Is like how much behind the X was actually just Triple H's ideas, or you know, like
Probably most of it.
not to disrespect the other guys. You know, like because they're all
Yeah, no,
great.
I'm right there with you.
But I mean, look at where he is now, and it just makes you think like he's been the brains behind so much that he hasn't taken credit for.
Yeah, and he is. I like the fact that he's that humble. You know what I mean, and just does his thing. You know, relatively quietly. You know what I mean? Like he's just, you know, like a humble dude. You know. I would like to see what would happen, if he did. And I don't want to knock Vince, you know what I mean? He did so much stuff, but I. And the other thing, like, I don't want to harp on the PG thing, but like under that umbrella, like they are so limited to what they can and can't do. Like every once in a while, someone says, "Well, bitch," or something like that, or
Yeah.
But and it's like even like a pay-per-view. Like I mean, even though it's G, or what is it, G or PG? PG?
Well, it's all different here, so I have no idea.
Ah, okay. Well, like put it this way, the Attitude Era here, it was PG-13, and they got away with anything, But they took color away, like the only time you see blood is typically in a Lesnar match, and they all got to have concussions after he hits them. I mean, could you imagine taking that elbow to the fucking head? Pardon my language, but you're going to have a concussion, I forget what match I seen. Might have been Cena, where he busted him open right from the get-go.
Randy Orton, and it looked like he hated that dude. Like he just went for it with his elbows.
Oh my God, heard that crack too. But no, it was Cena. He did it to him in the beginning of the match. I think it was when Lesnar first came back at Extreme Rules or one of them pay-per-views. But he busted him open right in the beginning of the match, and somehow he continued. Like, I know he was concussed, It had to be. There's no way you get hit in the head that hard and you're not.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, moving on. How long? Damn, it's 2:00 already.
Really?
Yes, sir, it is.
No, 7 here. Yeah, wow. So how long have we been doing this?
I have not the slightest clue, brother.
We were supposed to be making a show.
I know.
It just ended up. Well, I guess that's the good thing. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing about me and you is we just.
Now that you just reminded me, this is recording. Pardon us. We're these are candid conversations. So, I forgot this is recording. So don't mind us. This is. You never know what you're going to get. I guess we went from deep to got what we're talking about. Went from that to planes flying around to wrestling.
People are going to be watching, just going, "Oh man, I'm so bored." I've been scrubbing a carpet. Big Show. Come on.
Oh God! Speaking of scrubbing, I should probably go scrub myself. I need a shower. It's too nice out.
Yeah, I can smell you from here.
I would not. I would believe you. Oh yeah. All right. Well, what? I bet you it's somehow an hour and 8 minutes again.
Yeah, it probably is. It's like a fate thing. It's like
I'm gonna crack up.
That's the length of our show, folks. Switch off after 5, but we're here for an hour and 8.
There you go. All right. On that note, I gotta get back on the clock myself anyway.
Yeah, dad life's like properly kicking in now for me, so.
Yeah, it sounds like it. About that time for Lisa Laura. She's got to be getting ready for bed, yeah?
Yep.
Well, for whoever catches this episode, sorry, like I said, we forget the record buttons pressed, and, well, as you can see or hear, we just go off and talk about, when we talk anyway, this is very close to what we're talking about, so. Hope y'all enjoyed.
Everyone's going, no.
No, we didn't. To be continued. It's just like one long episode.
Yeah.
That's how we roll.
I'm literally getting kicked up the ass right now.
Yeah, I gotta go too. I gotta go take him for a walk myself and start. I gotta do his, midday meds, fun stuff.
Give him my love. Please give Pops my love as well.
You know I will. You know I will, brother. All right. Well, I talk to you soon enough.
Yep. That's the end of Daytime Rock episode 3.
Episode
if you're foolish
3.
enough, join into episode 4.
Amen to that. Well, we'll be back next week, whether you like it or not. So.
Yeah, exactly. We're still going to do it.
We don't know what we're going to talk about before we hit record. So that's how Daytime Rock works. By the way, let me throw this out there. If anybody is interested and wants to, come on and hang on. See, this is not live, so you can't call in. So you're more than welcome. Reach out to Day or I via DM. More than welcome to join us. Just to throw that out there. Did watch us today? One of us. You're more than welcome.
Yep, definitely so.
Well, brother, take care of business. I got to do the same, and I'll talk to you soon anyway.
Yep, love you, brother.
Love you, Dad.